Hey everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto. We're going to talk about XEN and give a good update. It's going to be quick to the point. And of course, we're going to talk about the XEN price and why it's going down so far. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And of course, the outlook as well. So stay tuned for all that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And we're going to get into a lot of cool things here. So I hope that this helps to explain a lot of things that's happening. So let's get into it and zoom in here. Bam. And of course, we're going to talk about the gas prices. We're going to talk about the price first, though. This is the XEN wrapped ETH. This is the biggest trading pool. And of course, we've got 381K of liquidity in here at the moment. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about this. So let's have a look at the chart there. As you guys know, we had a defense line at pretty much at around 5,100 with 6 zeros in front of it. And of course, we had the capacity to go down to about 4,800 there just below, because that's typically what it does. We have a target. Typically, we'll go just beyond that target and come back. Now, why we were so bullish? Because a lot of the mints coming out were hopefully we're going to get a bit of a pause with these launches of these protocols, XEN Game and of course DBZN NFT. And we've not had a smooth launch for either, unfortunately. Both of them fantastic, really conceptually, but yeah, not a coding issue on XEN Game and of course a DBZN. Also on Polygon, not the best launch, and of course, delayed launch on Ethereum there. So we're going to talk about that. We've got the price then sinking down further. We don't have the 333 auction to absorb a lot of XEN coming out. And of course, we've got the mint cost, the cost of XEN. People are still well in the money here. That's why it's going down. If you've got long, relatively long mint, you're minting out there. You've still got, coming up to the birthday here as well. So let's put in some new targets. XEN Game, of course, is going to relaunch, but that is a couple of weeks away. So let's quickly go to the XEN Game here. And this is the latest update. Engagement farmers spin their narratives, but the truth is plain for anyone who wishes to see. Community voted with 71% majority to pursue another audit. All players will receive 100% of their keys and unclaimed rewards. Everyone will be made whole and the game will continue. So pretty much safe food, but it's going to cost about 2 Ethereum to pay for the auditors. So they already had auditors, but of course didn't capture the issue. But of course the team decided to take the pull, to loop through and take the Ethereum out to protect the people playing, which I think is a good option there as well. There is the vote that played out. So at least that's been done. And of course the funds are sitting with Sun Tzu. So that is good, part of the Jack's team. So very, very cool on that. So that is the first thing. So we've got probably at least 2 weeks away. So we're probably going to push this out here as well, 2 weeks. And of course, we're currently here today. So we'll probably put that out maybe another week from here. So let's do 7 days. And let's go out 14 days. Let's say that's going to launch somewhere like that. So maybe the 10th of October. That'd be pretty cool. That's to be pretty much around the anniversary of, the Xenican Day as well. So that's pretty neat. All right. So let's zoom in on that and pull that down. I can't remember what I got this red line here. DBZN launches on Pulse Chain. That's right. So that is a XEN Game. So let's say it takes a week and then a week to launch. So somewhere in this time frame in here, I would expect that to launch. So there we go. The other one, of course, is DBZN. We got an update on DBZN as well. We're actively working towards relaunching XEN NFTs and taking the opportunity to gather community feedback and look into the protocol fees in order to improve adoption. We need to rerun all tests and make sure to abide by a high standards launch roadmap as follows. We can see Polygon's going to be 28th of September. I don't think that's really going to move Ethereum, which is what we're looking at. So we're going to scroll through. 5th of October is Binance, Avalanche, and Phantom. But Ethereum is looking to schedule in 3 weeks on the 12th of October. So let's move this to 12th of October. And of course, that will put us just in that time frame. So these two could launch pretty similar to each other. This one here, this one's certain, but this one is subject to the audit and the launch phase there. So, but somewhere in here is probably pretty decent on that. So that gives us a pretty nice thing there. Obviously, we have the birthday as well, which I think was the 8th of October as well. I think that's 1 year for XEN for the 8th of October. So I think that is the 1 year party. So that's also in play. So let's have a quick look at where this price chart might go. So we could keep going, honestly. As we move forward in time, we could have a lot of people with large long-term mints coming out that could be way down here, especially from October last year when the gas prices were really low. So let's go have a look at that. At the moment, the Gwei is super cheap lately, 7-8 Gwei. This is what it was like last year at the same time. And that's one reason why it is. So there's two reasons, really. Three reasons. There's people minting out long period of time. And of course, we're coming up to the year anniversary there. So they got a lot of Zen in their mints coming out. And of course, they got a lot of them got it at very cheap Gwei. So if you think about around this period of time, they were getting it around 7 Gwei or so. So very cheap Gwei and large volume, right, when it first came out. Per the, say, year 365-day month. So that's really a big issue there. So their cost divided by the Zen coming out is their cost price. So that's pretty cheap. And of course, we have this period all lasting all the way through. So let's actually that's not the year candle. Let's go to the year one. My bad there. Sorry, apologize for that. Yeah, we were even lower here. We were down at 5 Gwei in September last year. So 5 Gwei, 4.8 Gwei. So really super cheap before we started moving up in October into the teens. And up we went, right? And now at the moment, what do we see now? Super cheap gas there, around 7.5 Gwei. And so a similar process. We may see this until at least until, say, mid-August. So that's when we started getting higher Gwei. And we could still see it pretty low in the teens there right through to December. So we'll see whether that plays out exactly the same. But that low Gwei means that people got it at the low cost. And, of course, the low cost divided by a very high volume means that a low cost in here. And so this here could keep going all the way down. Like we could go all the way down to what we got here, 1,000. So easily could go down here over time. So what do we need? We need burning, right? We need successful protocols. So maybe the Zen game and DBZN launching at the same time, similar time here will be a positive. And so we were looking out for that, but we definitely could keep going. There is nothing really holding us back from here. As you can see, the longer term trend there, we are reaching new all-time lows. So that's kind of the play there. So low gas, high volume, the minting price can keep going down, but then it's going to get resistance, right? So it's probably going to get resistance somewhere around, let's say, 2,000 or something like that. Let's just say if it goes, but it may start getting resistance down here in the 3,000 mark before we even get, because we've got these protocols coming up. But we could keep going down, but eventually we're going to get down to, say, 1,000 or something. And, no one's really in the money, right? So probably even higher than that, 2,000. No one's really in the money. And so people stop selling so much, right? Even with the larger volumes coming out. And the biggest trigger for the price to stay up as well as these protocols is that the gas prices will start rising as well. So if it shows this profile, it will start rising into October, November. So really the best time at the moment is to mint, right? To mint out long because you've got the 3-3 auction. Let's say it's next year. And that's really, really bullish. So there's some little insights there. I hope you can take what you will out of that. And good to see the teams at least moving forward with the Zen game and DBZN, which is really important. So that's pretty cool. We can see down some of the headline numbers. Let's quickly look at the burn lately. The burn was pretty successful with the Zen game launching on Ethereum. Of course, amazing, over $100,000 in the Zen game, which is pretty cool. I think it was about 106,000 or something. But we actually had some pretty nice burning in DBZN NFTs recently, like 11.5 billion. And of course, today so far, 500 million. We've had some nice little burns with the DBZN, which is pretty cool. And even the XEN's performing very well. Again, maybe around 15, 16 billion lately has been burned through DBZN. So that's pretty cool, DXN, So pretty nice there. And then of course, we've also got the future mints coming out. And the future mints at the moment is 158.3 billion mined. So that's what's been mined. And of course, maximum 323. Now, when the gas, obviously, we've had a lot of mints lately, and I think when the gas prices go back up, we'll eventually see this max supply drop, and that's bullish for Zen longer term. And of course, let's have a look at the mint price at the moment. 7 Gwei, look at this, super cheap, $2 to mint cost, and 90 cents to claim there. So really, really good there in terms of claiming. And that's the other thing with the Zen here, is that even though we could, the cost price might get down to 1,000, you still got a mint. So maybe we're at the 1,500 or higher. And maybe that we start get some resistance well before then. So that's definitely possible. You have to do some more mathematics. I haven't done all that work, but definitely that is the logic going down to there at the moment. And you can quickly test that logic just by going 100 addresses, for example. Of course, you can do 128, take the cost price there and divide it by the rewards. But of course, we've got people that did this at the beginning and they got a lot more rewards than this at the moment. 2.9 billion there for 100 wallets. Of course, you could do 128. So you could do some maths around that. Right, so that is pretty much where we are there. We see that we've actually up to 17.4 million on the global rank now on Ethereum, which is pretty good as well. Ethereum is the most valuable chain. It's the one with the higher gas prices. Gas prices on chains are really going to be important for valuing those as well. So obviously, Zen is on, what, 13, 14 chains now. And of course, some of them just don't have the gas movement, right? They just don't have the community. I think there's only going to be a couple out of the Zen ecosystem that really fly with the big movements. And, obviously Ethereum, maybe Pulse Chain, maybe a couple other chains that have moments of high gas price and a big community. I think that's really the play. So looking cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was about 10 minutes. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the chat, and I'll get back to that. Bye for now. Take cheers.